guys, it's Nina Concepcion here. So I've been doing some thinking and I really wanted to do a live on how who you are and what you do matters. It really does matter, whether you like it or not. It's something that I've really been thinking about, particularly when, I stopped my business at the beginning of last year and I really had an identity crisis. I was like, who am I without my business? Do I have any value to share? What if I don't want a business anymore? Then what does that make me? What does this mean about me? And I thought that I was making less of a difference in the world because I didn't have my business anymore. Hi, Jack, and hi, Brandon. I would like to say hi to who I can see is here. And I found that, when I stopped my business, just because I wasn't doing my business anymore, it doesn't mean that I'm not still making a difference in the world and with my family and with my friends and even the people that I come into contact with. Because if you think about it, every single person you talk to, every single person you interact with, every single person who you bump into or even look at could impact your life in a positive or in a negative way. Think about when you're having a bad day and you meet someone or you speak to someone and they completely change your day and they make you feel better. Or even the other way around, sometimes you speak to someone or you interact with someone and they make you feel really crappy and then you end up spending the rest of your day trying to get over how shitty you feel about that interaction or about that situation or about that person. And so as much as we overlook, how much of a difference we can make, I think it's really important to actually remember that we do make a big difference with every single interaction that we have. And I think it's really easy for us to overlook that and to judge ourselves for not doing enough. When, yes, some of us want to contribute on a different level, on a different scale. However, everything that every single person is doing is making a difference, whether you realize it or not. There was something that Maya Angelou said: you will never know the degree to which you made an impact and a difference in this world, because for every person you talk to, you could change their life, and then they could change the people in their life, and then they could change the people in their life. It becomes like a ripple effect. There's no way for you to actually know how much of a ripple effect you make in your life. Have you ever spoken to someone and then years later you come into contact with them again and they're like, oh yeah, I remember that conversation we had. That conversation actually led me down the road that I'm on now. I actually decided to get a new job. I actually decided to go traveling. And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I made that much of an impact on you. Similar to that, imagine how many people we've influenced without even realizing without us even realizing that we've done that. And that's exactly what I wanted to do a video on, because I really wanted us to start, I'd really like people to start taking more credit for, the energy that they have and the degree to which they show up in the interactions that they have and the quality of interactions that we desire to have, because it's so easy for us to overlook that. And I know for me, sometimes I give myself a hard time for not doing enough. And I think that we need to remember that every single person we talk to is a human being and we could be making a difference to them. Particularly now that I have a little girl, I've got to remember that I'm the majority of her world at the moment. So as much as I'm maybe not serving to the degree that I want to on my online business, I'm able to serve her the best that I can. And that's plenty. That is a lot. And that means a lot to me. It doesn't mean that I need to go be serving hundreds and thousands of people right now. But being grateful for the relationships and the interactions that I do have. Another analogy that I wanted to share that I came up with, I've mentioned this to a few people, they're like, that's a really great analogy, because sometimes I just come up with really interesting analogies. If you think about a leaf on a tree, so just visualize a tree. Think about a leaf on a tree. And if you were to go back from the tree to the branch, from the leaf to the branch, you will see how many different pathways and how many times the branch split in order to get to the trunk of the tree. So that's like every single decision, every single interaction, every single person we've ever met in the world has led us down a certain path to be exactly where we are right now. And I think sometimes we forget that. We think that we forget that, if we didn't meet that one person, then it wouldn't have led to this, it wouldn't have led to that, it wouldn't have led to that job, it wouldn't have led to meeting this person, and then meeting that person, and then, getting a job elsewhere or finding this opportunity. And it's just incredible how much our life has orchestrated the life that we live now, how much our life has actually planned all of this without us even realizing it. And so I really want to encourage you guys to be conscious of the fact that you do make a difference, and what you do matters, regardless of what you do, regardless of, if you're a stay-at-home mum, or if you've got your own business, or if you're working online, or if you're pregnant and you're not working. Everything you do makes a difference. And it's something that, I really needed to reground myself and remember that, particularly when I took a step back from my business, and not be so hard on myself about it. So I really want to encourage you guys to not be so hard on yourself about it as well, because I think that's really important. It's really easy for us to overlook the value that we have just as a human being and with the interactions that we have on a daily basis, and we forget that we make a difference with the people that we talk to on a daily basis. From our family to our friends to our loved ones, we make a difference in their life, and sometimes one little conversation could cheer them up and actually make their day. And I think that we forget the power that we have. And so I really want to remind everyone and remind myself of exactly how powerful we can be just by being ourselves. And I am fortunate enough to have found and manifested another opportunity where I can serve to a greater degree, still somewhat in my own business, but also partnering with other companies that do most of the work for me. So the way I love to see it is I'm doing 1% of the work, but with 100 people. So we're doing, we're all doing 100% together, but I'm only really doing 1% of the work. And so for those of you who are wanting to contribute on a larger scale, but still understand that you make such a difference with who you are already, then I would love to speak to you guys. Would love to, Gareth. Every interaction is an opportunity. Exactly. Thanks, Gareth. It's so true. And I think sometimes we really forget that. Yes, but for those people who are looking at contributing that little bit more, would love to share about this opportunity, and would love to share a live training with you guys, which is going to be run tonight, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, on a way that you can do that and also make a passive income online through social media marketing. But for the rest of you, remember that you are making a difference regardless. By you just being on this earth, by you entering a room, by you leaving a room, you make a difference. And don't forget that. Also remember to be confident in who you are, be seen, be heard, be you, be loved, be free, because you do matter. Much love, guys, and I hope you have an amazing Tuesday day and night. See you guys later. Bye.